Hi viewers, this is Sri Ramulu. So today's topic is force on a current carrying conductor. Consider the case of a current carrying conductor placed in magnetic field as shown in figure. So here one wire, current carrying conductor means one wire is kept in the magnetic field. In the field, current is flowing in this direction. It is a field, right? So in 2 indicates the field is, suppose it is a paper. Okay, it is a paper. Field is into the paper. So inside the paper, field is a perpendicular to the paper. So that is why that is denoted by into symbol. And wire is kept in this direction. Wire is kept like this, and current is also flowing in this direction along the wire. Okay, and field is perpendicular to this wire. Okay, when a current is flowing through the wire, it experiences a magnetic force, right? Okay, when a current is flowing through the wire, it experiences a force, right? That force is in upward direction, and why it is upward direction can be explained in this lesson only in the last. So that is why please watch till the end of this video. If the small charge is moving through the wire, then force is given by. So the charge is small, then force is also small. Why? Because the force formula is F is equals to Q into V cross B, where V and B are the vectors, and then also force is vector, but it is not a vector quantity. When the charges are small, then force is also small. All right. Okay, next, here V means velocity of the charge carriers or charges, velocity of the charge, and C, velocity can be written as a distance by time. Here the small, here in the diagram is the small length is taken, so the small length is a dl, later that is a dl by dt, length by or distance by time. So distance by time is written. Bring this t this side, and then it becomes dq by dt, and here this side only single dl will be there. Okay, only dt is taken outside, and now dq by dt, charge by time gives the current, right? The rate of flow of charge is called current. So that is why df is equals to I into dl cross b. Integrating above equation, then what happens? This is integration. For integration, differentiation cancel, and this integration, differentiation cancel. Then what we get finally? This equation. When the angle between magnetic induction B and a length vector L be the theta. Okay, so that means angle between B and L is theta, then magnitude of the force is given by F is equals to B I L sin theta. So from the above formula only that is taken. Okay, so here it is generally cross product. If you remove the cross product, simply we can write LB sin theta. Okay, and along with LB, I is also there, so I LB sin theta. So simply B is not written this side, B is written this to this side, and then it becomes BIL, BIL, for remembering only BIL. So that is why I have written B this side. Nothing will happen. So force is BIL sin theta. If B and L are perpendicular to each other, okay, means 90 degrees. Then what happens? Substitute in the plane this equation, theta is equals to 90, sin 90, it becomes 1 into BIL only. So it is a maximum force acts on the wire. The direction of force can be calculated by Fleming left hand rule. Okay, Fleming left hand rule can explain in which direction force will act. According to this rule, stretch before it, first let me explain the diagram. See the diagram. So it is called forefinger, it is called middle finger, it is a thumb. Thumb can express to us thrust. Thrust means that is a force. Thrust means force. Forefinger can explain to us field. Field means magnetic field. Central finger can explain to us current. That means central finger shows current, forefinger shows magnetic field, then thumb shows thrust, or that is the force. Okay. According to this rule, stretch first two fingers. So it is this finger and this finger stretch. Okay, and thumb of your left hand in such a way that means how they are mutually perpendicular to each other. So that means this finger and thumb must be perpendicular to each other like x, y, z axis. Okay, how the x, y, z axis perpendicular to each other, in the same manner if you stretch, then you can get these three fingers are perpendicular to each other. Okay, now first, if the first finger points along the direction of the field means magnetic field. Okay, so first finger shows direction of the magnetic field, second finger in the direction of the current, that means second finger can shows the current direction, then thumb points means it shows in the direction of force, means in which direction force will act, that can be shown by the thumb. Okay, so friends, so this is the things about it is our Fleming left hand rule. Only if you apply this Fleming left hand rule to this diagram, then in which direction current in which direction force acts, that can be easily known. Okay, so keep your finger, which finger current direction finger is central finger, keep your left hand central finger along current direction. Okay, and it is into means towards the paper. So keep your forefinger towards the field, then stretch the thumb, then thumb can show the force is acting in upward direction, right? It is a current. Okay, and into the board, into the paper is a magnetic field, then upside direction will be shown by the thumb can explain to us force in its direction that is acting. Okay, friends, don't forget watching this video.